You got the code? Anybody got the code? See what we got. All right, so we are pulling up to our biggest and newest location, 6414 San Felipe. This is gonna be a Hamari 2. This is 4,500 square feet, so this is by far the biggest project that we've taken on at Duckstache. This was a Bank of America building. A little nervous about this being bigger, but we got a really good location. I'm actually excited to see what's going on here because last time I was here, we had, it was a bank. We had offices, lobby, TVs. There was a bank safe that's supposed to come out, which is pretty wild. We tried to use that, incorporate it in the restaurant, but it just wasn't quite big enough, and it kind of took up some key square footage for some stuff that we needed to do. So I'm excited to go see it. So let's go check it out. All right, here we go. Let's see what's happening in here. All right, Matt here. We got a special cameo today. The guy with the beautiful hair back there, like a model. There's Mark's our realtor. He's been helped us find this location and a few others. So I personally think he had a ulterior motive. He lives right down the street, so he got tired of driving to the other one. So we said, hey, let's try to find a spot close to my house. We've got 4,500 feet here. And last time I was here, we had offices all along the window here. But essentially, you're standing right now where the host stand, where the check-in will be. So we're gonna have like a kind of a private 30-seat-ish. Being a memorial, it'll be a little more kid-friendly. So we'll have maybe like a 21 and older area, and this side is what we're thinking. And then we're gonna have another 90 seats out here. So big bar that kind of runs right along here, and then tables, seating, benches. When we were originally starting, we didn't have budget, we didn't have funds to hire a design team, hire a project manager. So we just took all of that on. We have Matt Camp here. He's on board now to project manage. We have a gin design on board. They're designing all the restaurants. Like I said, we're really excited to have Matt. He's got a lot of great experience that he's bringing to our team. What do you think about this so far? And what do you think about challenges that this is different from other stuff? Is this pretty standard or?
There's a couple of unique challenges to this building. One, you're converting a bank to a restaurant, which is two different uses. And the fact that you were doing an expansion with the landlord almost at the same time. But I think we've been pretty good with the landlord to work together to kind of create a pretty good quality design for the front entrance and, letting us do what we need to do in the space to kind of get our branding for the second Hamari location. It's pretty challenging to get all the moving parts working together. We're actually pretty fortunate that our MEP design team is the same design team for the landlord, so that kind of helps that coordination and conversation go together. We're probably about a month away for going in for permit, and hopefully all the dominoes line up with our side of the building versus the landlord side, that we can get open on November, December of this year.
Well, here we go. Maybe we got some money in here. Going into these, you can feel really confident about them. And I do feel really confident about this, but at the same time, you don't really know until you see it. So we've been working on this for 6 months. And you go through discovery and, thinking the location through, then you got to go through the lease. There were, I think, 20, 30 companies that applied for this. We got it before it hit the market. So, I think without, Mark, we probably don't have it. So the original bank teller wall was right here. So you got all this bulletproof glass right here. And then this was the drive-through. So this will be all kitchen. So this will get filled in. This will be blanked out, and then kind of going to the safe door that I was talking about. So yeah, being a Memorial and being in this area, there's a lot of families, and so we want to have flexibility to have kids in, have families in, and then there'll be 2 tops, 4 tops that can be scooped together, so you can accommodate parties of a lot of different sizes. So but there's going to be a bar in there, right? And that's where all the drinks will come from, is that side. So, and then if you come back here, this is actually really cool. Like I said in the car, this was a safe. This is the last 2 panels that got to come out right here. So I don't know, I wanted to keep it, but you can see it's really small. And then with the size of the door and then these panels, you didn't really have much room in here. So we'll probably use this for storage. And then that also allows us to potentially blow this wall out at some point if we want to do a patio out back. We look to, maintain the high quality of all the food that we serve, but also, have a bit of a kids menu to where the kids can be introduced to sushi. We do want to have kid friendly, but then also the area out front here, which is going to be about 30 seats. We're probably going to make 21 and over for those that do want to have maybe not sushi rice being flung across the restaurant, So fortunately, the landlord here was invested in another sushi concept at one point. So he's a big fan of ours. He frequents other spots. So shout out to Nashil. We appreciate you. We're gonna hopefully get this thing open as fast as we can. We're all getting calls and texts like, when are you opening? When are you opening? And I wish I could say tonight, but the nature of these things is, they usually take at least a year or so. That's a challenge that we're up against, but we're, I don't know, just being in here and seeing this somewhat coming together is encouraging.